I want to give people space, context, and voice so they can name their sorrows, talk about themselves, say their truths. And these truths, they can feel that they matter, just like I felt. Bottom line is that I want to do what Mavis did for me.
You are about to listen to part of a series where every other week, a leader from our community shares with us a little about themselves, how they came to find out about the ACL Global Project, as well as what drives them to do the work that they do, and perhaps even a bit about their hopes and dreams. This is the ACL Member Spotlight series, and in today's episode, we are featuring Ana Katarine Santos.
My name's Kat. This is a nickname short for Ana Katarine. I am 26 years old, and I live in the capital of Brazil, Brasilia. Currently, I am a clinical psychologist. I also sometimes teach in psychology courses, and especially about behavior analysis and the contextual therapies. I'm also an English teacher. I also work sometimes as a translator. I'm also currently trying to be a writer, step out of the shadows of just being a hobby and trying to go. My day sort of starts with my cat. He usually starts making noises after the alarm goes off, and he's like, I want breakfast. So I get up, and then it's when I feel awake enough to start doing things for me. Then I start my day. It is not stable at all. Sometimes I'm with patients, therapeutic patients. Sometimes I am with students. Sometimes my day is without appointments, and I am just doing things that these two works require. For example, planning classes or studying or doing conceptualization. So yeah, it is mainly work. And sometimes that makes me sad. But I have so many things to do that sometimes I just don't consider doing anything else. I think that success comes with belonging to a community. I was evaluating myself and thinking about, why do I do what I do? Why do I work the way that I do? Why do I do so many things that do not give me money? And I think that's because these voluntary works, they bring me close to a community. I have a role there. And I feel so happy when people count on me and they say that this is where I fit. That is success for me. It is belonging to a place with people and to a group and doing things that matter. I feel passionate about really big things, like contributing to society. And at the same time, I feel passionate about really tiny things, like reading a book that I love. And I am passionate about stories. I think that this is a thing that connects all the things that I do. If I'm being an English teacher, I am in contact with stories. If I write books, I am creating stories. So I feel very passionate about discovering things about these stories and about investigating, about studying. Literally, it's warming my heart to talk about it right now. What stands out for me about stories is the process of creation. I start thinking about the places in which this story is going to happen. And I started thinking about the people and what are these people like. So I start digging and start typing everything. The book that I'm writing right now, is placed on Germany. So I found myself researching, how do German people socialize? What is the marriage like in Germany? So this is the part that really makes me feel in love. I get really excited about it, almost obsessed. Big question. I discovered about ACL in 2019. I don't think that I have ever cried that much in a conference before. I was so eager for a place in which I could learn more, in which I could belong, like to do more things. And I saw Mavis's name and I was like, oh my God, I got to meet her. So I did. I talked to her. She sent me the link. And what I discovered when I went and I participated in the first global training was like a whole new world. Like the moment that I knew that this was for me, I think it was when I built my own protocol. I felt good here and I was okay with the responsibilities. And I knew that in here, I could make a difference. Like I belonged here. I was acknowledged. I matter. I can do important things. And I want to give people space, context, and voice so they can name their sorrows, talk about themselves, say their truths. And these truths, they can feel that they matter, just like I felt. So I think that bottom line is that I want to do what Mavis did for me. What I'm going to say maybe seem a little bit weird, but what I have discovered in this years being in here is that do things that please yourself, not please others. And I say this because what is going to bring people close to you is when they see how passionate you are about doing the things that you are doing. So it is your values and it is your passions that are going to bring people close to you. So I think that this is my advice. Like we don't give advice, but I think that this advice is not a guideline. It's just, okay, be yourself, right? Because we are a nonprofit, I sort of worry for ACLGP from time to time because I don't want it to die. I want it to accomplish its objectives. I want it to live its mission and its vision. And I want people to thrive. I know that we are committed and we are working and we are trying. But nonprofit organizations, they struggle every day. So I am going to be here and work, like whatever I have to work, whatever that it is in my power for it to happen. I would tell myself to be patient. I would say to her, okay, it is very bad right now, but you are going to walk your path in a way that magically everything is going to fall in its rightful place. And you are going to discover that there are certain things in being a psychologist that you don't like. And that's okay. You are going to have your expectations broken. And that's okay. You are going to find your place. And it's going to be in the middle of that mess. And you are going to just enjoy having your own company and working from home. If I couldn't fail, and I had all the resources, I would prevent animals to go to the streets and I would protect them. One of the worst moments of my day is when the cat that is at my neighborhood, it starts meowing. And in his meowing, there is so much hunger, there is so much loneliness, and there is so much desperation. It is heartbreaking. So I just wish I could take him home. I would do something. I don't know what it is, but if I had no mistakes, like prevented, and if I have all the resources, I would prevent people from living animals. They wouldn't live in the streets. They wouldn't have graceful lives. That's it.
That was Ana Katarine Santos, and this is the ACL Member Spotlight series, where every other week we feature another one of our outstanding leaders of the Awareness, Courage, and Love Global Project.